The hard ball's gotta have a hard beat. Let's meet where it starts. Coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at the leasing office for the Market Common Myrtle Beach on the corner of Faro Parkway and Phyllis Boulevard. We're focused on the 14th annual American Heart Ball to be held this Saturday at the Myrtle Beach Convention Center Hotel. And we're visiting with Charlie Myrick, the Senior Area Director of the American Heart Association.
Good morning.
Good morning, Charlie.
Good to see you again.
How exciting. We're getting close. Are you getting a little nervous?
It's a final stretch. I mean, we're in the final week of our event, and it's coming up this Saturday, and it's going to really be fabulous, more exciting this year, more fabulous auction prizes, a theme for the first time, an evening in the heart of Tuscany, great food, great entertainment by Jumpstart, unbelievable live auction items and silent auction items.
You know, normally for the last 5 years we've been doing weeks leading up to the Heart Ball, obviously focused on the event, and we normally have some tickets left. It's going to be tough to swing it this year, but it's still an opportunity to highlight some of your tremendous sponsors, as well as to thank them. And all week long we've got some great folks, as you know, Ray Spitz, Jonathan Formo, Tom Mullally, and of course Buddy Stiers, who's here with the Market Common.
Yeah, this year we're limiting the number of attendees to 650.
650?
Yeah, and we are very close to that number, but you still have time to call if you want to talk to us about some sponsorships. Give us a call at 282-2932. We'll be able to talk to you about that still. But we're really down to the wire, so if you really want to get in, you better call today.
You've got a direct phone number just for the Heart Ball this year.
That's correct.
282-2932.
That's correct.
That's tremendous.
That's correct. And we have, of course, our great sponsors, which, of course, Myrtle Beach Herald is our
We know those
sponsor.
guys. Can I show their logo? Can we get that in? Yeah, that's right. They've stepped up, which we're real excited about.
Very happy to have you back again this year. And, of course, Market Commons.
The Market Common Myrtle Beach,
is our platinum sponsors. And then it goes from there. We have a lot of great sponsorships this year, a lot of new ones, a lot of existing ones that came back again from previous years. Of course, McCaffrey Interest, Market Commons, Myrtle Beach Herald, AVX, Castles Engineering, which is a new one, Century 21 Bowling, Conway Medical Center, Fowler Motors, which is a new one for us.
That's right.
Escalade, Grand Strand Regional Medical Center, the Heart Center, Hard Rock Theme Park.
Oh, yeah.
For us
those are big
as well.
New folks,
Jeff Thompson Insurance, nationwide. A Man in the Box Anesthesia.
Oh, yeah.
Next Media, Plantation Federal Bank.
You've got a lot of great sponsors.
Smith Sap,
Lookout, Crumpler, and Callahan,
Waccamaw Cardiology, and TV 13.
WBTW, News Channel 13.
That's just to name a few of them. I mean, we have, over 100.
You go on and on. I think page after page of tremendous sponsors this year, which is wonderful. And, of course, again, you got in touch with a lot of these folks many months ago to lead up to this Saturday's event. Yeah,
this really is a year-round campaign that we have to start working on. Actually, I've even started making contacts for our 2009 Heart Ball. Got some neat things coming on that as well. But it takes a whole year to put the sponsors together, to find the presenting sponsors, the locations, the volunteers. It really is to put the package together, come out with a theme. So it's a lot of work, but it's a very rewarding job.
And of course, this year you started with sponsorships as reasonable as $1,000.
That's correct.
And going, of course, up to $25,000. I mean, so there's opportunities for folks of all budget levels every year to be able to step in and, of course, get some great exposure. One of the big things I think this year is the opportunity to be in a quarterly magazine.
That's correct. For the first time, we're having it's called the Heart Ball publication. It'll come out 4 times this year. The first one will be towards the end of March, and Brandon Advertising is putting that together for us.
Brandon Advertising, great.
And it's going to be professionally done, obviously, and it'll have ads in there, and we'll send that out to over 1,000 companies and individuals that Brandon is helping me target which companies to send that to. And we'll go back to our sponsors, not just 1 time a year, but 4 times a year. Do you want to change your ad? Do you want to leave it the same? Is something new, some new market things coming out for you? So it really is, instead of just buying a sponsorship for a one-time event, you're going to be exposed to over 1,000 people 4 times a year and being associated with the Heart Association and, of course, the signature event the heart ball.
That's tremendous, Charlie.
Yeah.
That's the first time this has ever been done in the area.
That's
is that
correct.
something that they've done in other parts of the country, or is this
They
totally
have not.
novel to Charlie Myrick?
It's just kind of my idea for marketing, the way for me to stay in contact with the sponsors year-round, because
Great idea.
this community is so great, and they always step up and help us in our walk and in our horse riding, and of course in our gala. But this way we can stay in contact with them more and show them that we do care about them, and they care about being affiliated with us. So we want to make sure we give them the attention that they deserve, just like they do with us.
And another great way is to be able to give out heart-stopping facts. A lot of facts that folks may or may not know about heart disease and stroke, the number 1 and number 3 killer.
That's correct.
In America and really in the world.
And that's really why I wanted to do the publication, so that they could be affiliated with us, and we could give them information as soon as it comes out. We just reached our 2010 goals ahead of time by reducing cardiovascular disease by 25.6%. So
Is
we're
that
very,
right?
very happy.
Ahead of time.
Ahead of time.
Wow.
Yeah, but we have a long ways to go. We still have this obesity problem and this inactivity. So we're spending lots of money on research, a lot right here in South Carolina at MUSC, USC, and of course Clemson.
Sure.
Over $3 million, 22 research grants going on right now. So we still have a lot of work to do to get this number 1 and number 3 killer put to bed.
That's tremendous, Charlie. Yes, and that is a big deal. And South Carolina is one of the states with the higher incidences of heart disease and strokes.
Correct.
Particularly in our area, the PD area, our viewing area in southeastern North Carolina, and Horry and Georgetown County, of which you're the senior area director.
Right. South Carolina is number 2 in the nation as far as having the worst cardiovascular disease and stroke, just behind Mississippi. So
is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a good
That's
fact
not
to
good.
have.
Then it goes to North Carolina, then it's West Virginia, and then Kentucky.
So a couple of states within the Mid-Atlantic affiliate,
Right.
the 4 states plus the District
Right.
of Columbia.
Yeah,
That's a big deal.
We've got to get off this fried food, and we've got to get out walking.
Listen
Doing
to
some
me,
exercise.
Charlie, you sound like a aerobics instructor.
Well,
yeah,
you know.
Mary Jo Rogers, our
right.
friends, our fitness columnist for the Myrtle Beach Herald, is constantly promoting just get out and move.
That's right. Just walk. It's not hard to exercise. Just get out and walk and clear your mind and just relax and have a good time and walk with your family, your dog, every day. Just get out and walk.
Obesity has been a big issue. Speaking of family, you've got family here in the area,
I
Charlie?
do. Yes, my wife's here and 2 children.
Great.
And we're very happy to be here. And
are they going to be out at the Heart Ball?
my wife will be there working.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
but,
working. Yeah,
working.
volunteering.
Volunteering. Yes.
Right, and it's not really a kids event, is it? You don't often see children. Maybe
No.
some. I have seen some in the past, but who will escort a mother or father.
True. Yes. More or less, 21 and above as our audience.
Sure,
Definitely.
sure.
Well, let's talk a minute about some of our auction items.
Oh, Charlie,
Yeah,
I'd like for you to lead this. Take us there,
We've
please.
got some great auction items. We have Sea-Doo from Redline Sports.
Redline Power Sports.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Jonathan Foreman will be with us tomorrow.
Yes.
The owner of Redline Power Sports.
So that's a big one for our live auction. We have a trip for a week to East Manhattan with airfare.
Oh, Harry Pavlak and I
Yes,
talked about
that.
that last Wednesday night. He's very excited. He thinks that's going to drum up some big bids.
I think it definitely will. And, of course, we have, again, our barbecue with Teddy Henry for $100.
Teddy Henry
Yeah.
stepping up to the plate again. That's tremendous. He's done that year after year.
Yes.
That thing brings in normally 25 to 3,000, even
Yes.
more than that.
More
Last year
than
the
that.
bidding was fierce.
Yeah, I think around 3,100 last year.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So a lot of folks, of course, are driven by the idea. They know they could get it.
Right.
They could buy that directly by calling in Teddy and Margaret for something like that. But at the same time, the opportunity to make that as an entire donation.
That's
to
correct.
the American Heart Association, and Teddy and Margaret donate that entirely.
They do.
They don't. They donate everything for
Everything, that's correct.
That's a big fundraiser.
We also have the 6-course menu item for 8 from the Tom.
A difference in dining. He'll be
That's
with
right.
us this Friday.
That's
I
right.
hope folks will tune in to hear Tom Mullally.
And we have a very unique one from Aspen Grill, which is the wild game.
Tell us about that.
For 6. Well, it's for 6 for the chef's choice for wild game at Aspen Grill. That's going to be in a live auction also. It's the first time for us having that in a live auction, so we're excited about that. So
Good, yeah.
It's kind of very interesting for what type of wild game.
Folks who
they're gonna
like
have.
wild game.
Yeah,
that's right. I know some folks would be bidding on that
Yeah.
item. Jay Bolts and others.
And you can also bid on some items that we have at, of course, Fowler Motors with the Escalade that's in their showroom. We're taking bids on those items as well. Also
the proceeds to be donated by Fowler
Correct.
Motors.
That's correct.
Yes.
So you can go in and bid on that. The bidding ends on the Sea-Doo and the Escalade February the 20th.
This Wednesday,
That's
okay,
right.
great.
You can come to, of course, the Heart Ball and bid on them, but as far as calling in the bids, that's something new we did for the first time, kind of a, if you want to bid on it or buy it now,
Or
you can call our number at 282-2932.
Hopefully when Jonathan's with us tomorrow, he will be able to drive some traffic to his place either tomorrow or Wednesday, or even you talking about it today to go out there. So Wednesday will be the last day to bid.
Right, that's correct.
Out at Redline Power Sports or at Fowler Motors.
That's correct.
Okay,
That's correct.
Tremendous.
And there's some other items that I just mentioned you can also call in and put in an early bid if you'd like. But there
Right.
again, it stops on Wednesday, so just 2 days from now. So
Okay.
we don't have much time. So
No.
time is running out.
Get out there. Again, if a viewer needs to get off to work now or get family off to school, Charlie, the best number for someone to call.
Okay, 282-2932. That's our direct Heart Ball line.
Okay, 282-2932. And of course, a lot of viewers from the PD or southeastern North Carolina can come in. You've also got tremendous rates at the Sheraton,
That's
the Myrtle
right.
Beach Convention Center Hotel.
That's right, for the first time and only for this event. You can call in. If you're coming to the ball, you can stay that night for $89.
Right.
Which is a very reduced rate. And of course, if you're going to go to the Heart Ball and you're having fun, you definitely want to go ahead and stay tonight and continue on the celebration.
The number for the Sheraton, 843-918-5000.
That's
And
correct.
just say Heart Ball rate.
Say
And
it.
keep pushing through, and to make sure if someone says they're sold out, to go ahead and ask for the hotel.
Right.
I tried to get some rooms last week for some guests, and they said they were sold out. So we figured out that if you call straight to the hotel,
Right.
they can slip you in, which we did.
Instead of calling like the 1-800
Right,
Sheraton
exactly,
line.
the Sheraton number. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
So hopefully 843-918-5000. Just say, I want to talk to somebody locally, and I want to make sure they know we're coming in for the Heart Ball. $89 is a great rate at a
Great rate.
hotel like that,
Especially on
particularly
Saturday night.
with
you know.
golfing season, the
Right.
weekend right after Valentine's.
That's
So
right.
10 days after Valentine's. Yeah.
That's correct.
A lot going on. Let's get into a few more of those
Well, we've
auction
got-
items. Of course, we want to focus on the menu. A lot of folks really are excited about the menu.
Is we have the Tuscany theme, of course, for the menu, and the chef is going to prepare some things very special. We'll have hors d'oeuvres, of course, in the beginning where the silent auction is going on, and then we'll
Right.
open the walls up into the dining room around 7:30 to 8 o'clock.
Right,
You
right.
can venture in. We're going to have the rosemary garlic marinated filet
Yes.
with Chianti reduction, grilled salmon with shiitake mushrooms and fresh basil, rosemary roasted red potatoes, asparagus with olive oil and roasted red peppers.
Very nice. I got to
Yeah.
tell you, Charlie, it sounds good coming out of your mouth, but it sounded a lot better coming out of Glenda McIntyre's mouth
I bet.
last Tuesday. She throws some accents in there that I'm not familiar with
Yeah.
all her time in Rome.
Oh, well, that's very true. But of course, we'll have the salad and
Yeah.
then the entree, and then of course the dessert and appetizers, and a lot of we'll have some Italian wines on the table. We'll have 2 whites and 2 reds.
Is that right?
Yes.
On all the tables?
On all the tables, that's
All
correct.
65 tables,
That's
I believe
correct.
you said you've limited to 650 people.
That's correct. All 65 tables.
That's tremendous.
And so there will be some good wines there donated by Leaf Wines.
Great,
So-
good. They have really stepped up to the plate again.
They have.
Year after year, just really coming out strong.
And even also for the first time, we're going to have a thank you reception to our sponsors after the event.
Really?
Yeah, on March 20th, and that's where Leaf
Write that
Wines
down.
will also bring in their owner, Jean-Pierre, who's a Frenchman, a true Frenchman, and he will explain the Italian wines and why Tuscany is such an important region, obviously, and we'll do some more wine tasting there with the Italian wines.
Another great benefit for sponsors,
Yes,
Charlie.
that's
This
right.
is something that, not to take anything away from our past events, which have all been very successful
they have
and
been very
humongous turnouts, and but shrinking the size by 300 to 350 people, and having the quarterly publication that have an opportunity for some sponsors who are really stepping up to the plate to get their name out, as well as be associated with fighting heart disease and stroke, as well as this thank you
Yeah.
reception. That's wonderful.